Hello, everyone. Dana Kay here. Now, I just wanted to jump on here today to talk with you about something that is a little bit different than I normally focus on. Now, I normally focus on food and how that food affects our kids and that affects their behavior. Now, food is definitely, obviously, one of my passions, but reality is food isn't the only thing that affects our health and our well-being. And there is one thing I found years ago that drastically changed my life that I really wanted to share with you today. But before I do that, I want to hear from you guys. Where are you tuning in from? Let me know in the comments where you're listening in from. I'm in, I was going to say sunny Seattle, Washington, but it's definitely not sunny out there right now. Definitely cloudy. So guys, tell me where you're tuning in from. I love to hear where everyone is from across the USA, but also across the globe. Now, all of the parents I work with struggle, and I'm sure some of you out there listening do too. They're tired, they're stressed. Many of them feel like failures because they can't get their kids to behave better. Now, these parents feel defeated because nothing they have tried has worked, and they're embarrassed. They feel judged because of the way that their children behave in public or at family outings. Have you ever felt like this? Nothing makes a difference. Like, there is no bright side to your child's behavior and struggles. If you could ever relate to that, would you just say me too in the comments below? I often, when I talk to parents on the phone, I can tell they're holding back tears as they share about their challenges that they face on a daily basis. And I felt like this too. And when my son was really struggling, I felt so defeated all of the time. But then I did something that really drastically changed my life. And that's what I wanted to share with you all today, because it's a really, really simple thing to do, and it actually doesn't cost anything. And this simple thing didn't change my son's behavior, but it did change me. And that is the most important, because if mum is not happy and mum is not functioning to her best, then it affects the rest of the family. So what I'm talking about is a gratitude journal. I actually began writing down a few things each day that I was really thankful for. And the more I did it, the more I realized my attitude was changing. And it wasn't that there were more things to be grateful for. Instead, it was that I noticed the things that were already there. And I started looking for things to write in my journal. And this process helped me to find more and more blessings in my life. And on one especially difficult day, I remember sitting down to write in my journal and rethinking all of the events of that day. I'm not going to recap the whole thing, but I started thinking about my son's rigid thinking. This kid would not take no for an answer and just pushed and pushed and pushed if he didn't get his way. And as I reflected on this challenge from a place of gratitude, I realized that this rigid thinking, this strong-willed behavior, is also a blessing. My son is persistent. So I had a choice that day. I could focus on his rigid thinking, or I could focus on his persistence. It was the same character quality, but a really different way of looking at it. And practicing gratitude on a daily basis helped me change my perspective. And it helped me think things like, my child isn't where I want him to be yet, but we are further along in this journey today than we were yesterday. Gratitude doesn't always change your circumstances, but it does change the way that you view them. So I'm popping on here live today to give you a challenge. If you're tuning in from the US, you know that Thanksgiving is coming up, the day when many of us are intentional about focusing on things that we're grateful for. I want to challenge each of you to start a gratitude journal today and to use it every day until Thanksgiving, jotting down daily a few things you are grateful for each day. So who's in? I want you to tell me in the comments, I'm in. And I was amazed by how this one simple habit made me a much better parent to my son with ADHD. It helped me function throughout the day in a much more positive place. And from that place, I was better able to handle his challenging behavior and come up with a plan to really reduce his symptoms, because I was in a much better place. So I hope you'll join me this month in writing in a gratitude journal all month long. So let me know in the comments if you're going to join in, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll talk with you soon. Take care. Bye for now.